Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today I'm going to be opening up the CreateAlong box. Well, showing you what's in the CreateAlong box for August. It's the boho theme, and I love boho, so I was really excited about this kit. But let me show you first everything that it comes with. So in the actual box kit, you will receive this cutter and this little stamp. What this is, it's called Scenic Bakeable Bezel Cutter and Stamp Set. So you got the cutter, and then you have this. So you could use this as a stamp to press into your clay. Okay, so basically you could press it into the clay, and you could bake it like that. And then you can put liquid clay there if you want, or you could just use UV resin with that. And I'm hoping, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but I'm hoping you'll be able to see there's like little stars that are different colors, and it's beautiful. So it really gives you this gorgeous little look as you move it. So what I'm thinking is you would cut your clay out, you would set this piece inside, and then you could do your liquid clay and you could decorate it. So to me, this looks like it would be a sun. And then you could put like a little scenery down here, little mountains if you want, or something like that. You could do different colors with your UV resin. There's a lot of different things you could do with this particular piece, which is pretty cool. And it could go right in the oven, which is wonderful. I also thought if you hang it like that way, you could use this as a spider web and then put little spiders on here and use it that way too. So I thought that would be really cool. But great little cutter set. And then you also get, these are always my favorite, you'll get your stamps and mini cutters as well. So you can see you'll get 3 different types of stars. And these are the stars that are on this black piece here on the little stamp area. And if you couldn't see that, that's exactly what shape they are in. But I like these because you could cut these out and all the little cutters match up perfectly. And then if you want to stamp your pieces out and then put your little stars up here, you could do that. So do a daylight and a nighttime. So lots of little ideas you could do with that. And if you haven't used this yet, all you do is take it and you just twist it, and then you have your little stamp. I mean, look how cool that is. So very, very neat. I love these little stamps that she does. Okay, then for the earring, you're gonna get all your little pieces. These are always my second favorite thing to open because you never know what you're gonna get. We have our little wood post here. And then we always get acrylic pieces, and I like these because you could do a lot of things with these. So with this one, I'm thinking, what if you did like one of those little stars and then you hung it right in the middle here? So that would look pretty nice. And then say this one, you just want to add it to one of your clay earrings. You know, there's so many different things you could do with these little acrylic pieces. And I love that she gives you the post and the jump rings and, you know, all that together. And let me get my little pieces so I don't lose them. All right. And you're also going to receive your mica powders. So these are really nice colors. They're very earth tone. So we're going to be doing earth tone today. And then silkscreen. They're usually white, but she got a different color this time around. So it will be yellow this time around. I love this stencil. So everything is really just, what's the word I'm looking for? Modern, I guess you could say. And I like that. So this one, this stamp is a bunch of like square rectangles. So we're going to be working with these 3 pieces today. And for the earrings, you also will receive a mini cutter with 2 of them. So you can make a matching set. I mean, look how cute those are. I absolutely adore these. I can't wait to play around with these ones. But today, I actually want to try to make a bracelet with these guys because I haven't done that for a while. So we're going to use this cutter and these 3 pieces. And then you get your silicone mold that you can either do liquid clay, you could do UV resin, you can also do your regular clay in here. And these are oven safe, which is beautiful. Okay, so now that you know everything that is in the kit, let's play around and see what each one of these textures do. So I'm going to take my square rectangle and let's put that right on. And you can see I'm going with more of a natural look. So let me pull this up so I can really just show you. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I really do like these just the modern type of things every now and then. They're really nice. And then we're going to do the stencil. Okay, so once you roll that on and you can see them popping through, I'm going to take my mica powder and I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger here, and then I'm going to go right over it. And I don't have to do the whole thing because I only need one of these. So I'm only going to do a small little section. Beautiful. And then all you have to do is lift that up, and then you have a perfect little colored area. And then this one, we're going to do our silk screen. And I'm going to use paint on that. So when you're using a silk screen, you want to just kind of rub it on to make sure there's no air pockets underneath. And then I'm going to get my paint here. And my squeegee from CreateAlong as well. And then let me just... And I don't need this whole thing done either because I'm only needing one. And then you lift that up and you have that beautiful thing. Now, make sure you are rinsing your silk screens out right away. If that paint dries in your silk screen, you're basically ruining your silk screen. So either set it in water right away or go rinse it out. All right. Now I'm going to take my mica powder, the darker brown, do the same thing, and I'm just going to go over this area. There we go. So basically we just want to bring out all the little designs by running the mica powder over it. And I just want to do this whole thing so I can find like a good little area of exactly what I'm looking for. All right, now I'm going to take my cutter and then let me do, I'm going to kind of put this one on an angle just for fun. And let's go with, I'm going to use a different mica powder. This is from CreateAlong as well, but I think this color is going to work really nice. Yeah, look at that one's, I love this color. So they're all going to kind of combine together. So let's use this one. That color I like a little bit better for the project I'm doing. And then let's go right there. And one more. So you can see how simple this is. Oh, and my clay is rolled out to my third thickest setting on my pasta machine. I don't think I said that earlier. So it is my third thickest setting. Let me, this right here, we'll go back into my scrap area. And then these, I'll just mix these up and we'll come up with a new color. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put holes in these. So I'm going to get my little tool here. And let me clean this out. There we go. And we're going to just do right on the side. So I really wanted to show you guys that these don't have to be earrings, and it doesn't have to be, you know, like this would be beautiful for a window or a wall hanging or something like that. But you could also take these cutters and use them for bracelets. You could use them for necklaces. There's so many things you could do. Like really just open up your imagination and have fun with your stuff. So I'm just go right here like this. Okay. And now I'm going to place these in my oven. I will bake these at recommended time and temperature. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how simple it is to put this piece together. Okay guys, so all my pieces are out of the oven. They're completely cooled off. I grabbed some of my beads that I had laying around. I like to refurbish a lot of my old jewelry or things that people are throwing away. So that's where these beads came from. So I thought they would be really pretty together. So we are going to connect these. So what I have here is oval jump rings, and I'm just going to connect my pieces all together. You can see how easy that is. All you're going to do is take your jump ring, twist it open, and then connect your piece. And reclose it. Now I did sand all this stuff down ahead of time, just to let you know, so all my sides are nice and cleaned up. I really do love how simple putting this bracelet together is and creating the piece. You really don't need anything difficult. It's very, very easy to make some nice pieces. So far, that's what we got. Very simple and easy. And I really only need 3 of these, because that right there, by the time I put that extra piece on, is going to fit perfect. So I'm going to add an extra jump ring. So let's put one here. Close that up nicely. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little circle one. I'm going to put my clasp on there, and then I'm going to connect it to my jump ring over here. Make sure everything is nice and closed. And then we have our bracelet. So very easy, simple, beautiful piece. Lastly, before I end the, lastly, what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna take some of my Sculpey Gloss Glaze and then just stick my finger in there and just go right over the top. You could use a paintbrush if you want, but the finger works just fine. And that'll protect your mica powders and your paints. And then you let that dry and then your bracelet is done. So I really hope that you enjoyed creating this piece with me. Check out Kira's CreateAlong boxes. They're wonderful. And I hope you have a good day. See you next time. Bye.